Since Justin has been on board with us at Hard Nose, we have figured out how much Broadhead Decals means to the sport of demolition derby. His great quality parts are seen from coast to coast and everywhere in between.
But he can do more than just derby products. Your everyday business may need some pep in its step with new banners or stickers. And just give him an idea and let him run with it. Whether it's business related or just want to look badass in the winner circle, let Broadhead Decals work for you.
Triple B's Tees offer custom shirts and logo designs for all your apparel and merchandise needs, offering a variety of shirts, hats, hoodies, tumblers, and koozies. Triple B's will work with you one-on-one to personalize and perfect your logo. With over 5 years in the business, 20 years in the sport, they live for Demolition Derby.
Chunk and his crew can bring your imagination to realization with zero limitations. So for all your badass tees, choose Triple B's.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nose Derby Podcast. What up?
How was vacation, hooker?
About Wednesday I was ready to come home.
It's like that, ain't it? You spend a whole day driving down there knowing you got to spend a whole day driving back.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes a couple of that gives you shit days right out the window.
Well, it wasn't bad. We got to Biloxi Sunday. Got checked into the Airbnb. Fucking house was phenomenal.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It was a block from the beach. So if you stepped out in the front yard, you could see the beach.
Mm-hmm.
6-seater golf cart. Saltwater pool.
Hold on. Did you wad the golf cart up?
No, I did not. But I'm telling you, I put about 75 miles on it while I was down there. They've got a golf cart district because we were in Long Beach. It was cool. You could I rode to the liquor store.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you can get a DWI on a golf cart.
I did not.
I'm not saying you did, but it is that possibility.
The cops turned a blind eye to every golf cart. I met them. They didn't care. It was one of those. I don't know what you would have to do down there to get in trouble other than drive a squatted truck.
Was that very prolific down there?
Dude.
The Carolina.
I've seen everything from 86 Blazers. No, 89 Blazers. The square body S10 Blazers. Squatted.
If y'all could see my face right now.
Rusted out.
Clapped out shit.
And I have never in my life seen so many lifted two-wheel drive trucks.
That's better than a lowered four-wheel drive truck, though.
I shit you not. I seen an F-150 Raptor that was way gate out. Had an 8-inch diesel tip on it that was just sparkly clean inside and out.
Oh, my.
Offset wheels and squatted. I walked by it and almost sucked a dick. That's how gay this truck was.
You took that past the point of just thinking about it.
Oh, no, I brushed up against the truck and I was like, I need a dick right now.
Oh, God.
My kids come home with 452 hermit crabs. Jellyfish suck. Not a fan of those.
I was hoping you got peed on.
Oh, man. We went down to the beach one night. Kids had their flashlights and stuff, And they were doing their thing. And my oldest was like, I bet you, man, it looks deep over there. And, in Mississippi, it's not deep. You can run for 2 miles out and nothing. So I took off messing with him. And then I acted like I fell down or, hit a drop off. And I was just pushing myself backwards on my hands. About that time, wow. Like 6, I think these jellyfish were like conspiring. They attacked me. And I stood
Did
up.
Mo have to pee on you?
Well, no.
Damn it.
I didn't want to freak the kids out. So I stood up and like walked out, and Lish was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Nothing. Nothing's going on. Just y'all keep playing." And we got back. She's like, what was the deal? And I was like, I got my ass lit up.
Lit me up.
2 of them wrapped around my wrist and my arm. So I was like trying to peel these off my hand. And my oldest, like, he kind of seen what was going on, and he's like, I'm getting out of here.
I'm out.
I was like, quit. I'm scared of the little ones. And then Wednesday, went to the tattoo parlor while we were down there.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I told you I was going to do it.
I just didn't really figure you do it down there.
Well,
But the dude did a killer job.
oh, he's so used. He was a tattoo guy, you know, and that's very touristy down there.
Oh, yeah.
And we walk in there because their sign. I looked him up on the internet, man. Dude does awesome work. I looked him up, and I was like, they accept walk-ins. We were not doing anything. Lish and I wanted to go out and kind of get away from everybody anyway and do our thing. So we walk in this tattoo parlor, and he's like, let me guess, couples tattoos. I was like, yeah, kind of. I was like, but I don't think you're going to mind doing this one. He's like, what is it? I said, it's walking pancake. Excuse my language here, because, you know, I've been kind of trying to tone it back. The dude looks me in the eye and goes, what the fuck is that?
He must not have been in South Dakota.
I said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to learn you something right quick. So I pulled the picture up, and he's like, yes, I will do these right now. He told the other lady, he's like, you're going to have to do my appointment at 6. He's like, because I want to do this. He gave us a discount and everything. He's like, this is not a couple's tattoo. He's like, I was expecting, like, you know, the crown and the
the king and the queen deal. Yeah.
I was like, no.
Oh, that's when you say, fool, I'm redneck.
I was like, no, walking pancakes. He's like, he's like, he sent me his address. He wants a sticker. Like, because he had his, like, tattoo stuff out. He's like, I'm putting a walking pancake on here.
He done good.
So, yeah, that's a thing now.
It is a thing. It is officially on somebody's body.
Well, now they don't have to hear about my vacation anymore.
That's right. You vacationed.
You derbied.
I went to derbies.
I got lots of videos.
Mm-hmm. I have officially now figured out how to hold the camera sideways. It is
you got to do it before.
Nice little trick. I went to California. When you got buddies, I've said this before, you got buddies that are going to run, no matter who the promoter is. If you
go support them,
like them or dislike them, yeah, you go rep it. Boy, did they rip the shit out of it.
All the videos I got looked like everything was turned.
Everything was turned all the way to max levels. I did tell you on the way down here, it was probably the nastiest gut and go / hobo show I've ever seen. They broke it up into 2 features. Here's kind of the curveball. There was some unhappy people. They were supposed to have 22-man hobo teams running for, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000. 6 teams showed up. But I haven't even told you this part yet, unless you watch the video. I'm going to tell you how much devotion some of these guys have to this sport. Everybody knows Cody Bedsworth is not all there, as I would put that, okay? The dude runs on like little to no sleep all the time.
Right.
I mean, they backed his car off the trailer. The timing chain broke.
Oh, no, I watched this.
They put a motor in that
There.
in 30 minutes. Ronnie and Mary Pickens, I believe that's it was either in the bed of their truck or the bed of Tyler's. But there was a motor in the bed of Tyler's pickup, and I think it was going to be a Bash motor.
No, it was a gut and go motor.
It was a hobo motor. And holy shit, shirts come off, and it was go time. And everybody's like, man, why is he doing that? I said, well, here's the deal. Yes, it's a fair show that he's doing it at, but that's a team car. That's devotion to your teammate that you signed up with. No matter what happens, you're going to go rep for your teammate.
Yes. We've talked about that. Being on a team, it's a special obligation.
Mm-hmm.
T has been on my ass. Have you picked a car yet? No. She said, you have 42 days. I was like, I'll get it. I said, if not, I've got one sitting right here that we can start throwing stuff at. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm trying to find the perfect car to take down here. And her little springy ass has already got a car in, stripped, bodies off of it. She's already picked paint out. She's sending me paint so that the colors match. She is on top of things. Her dad, I've talked to her dad over some rule stuff. I think me and him are on the same page whenever it comes to that. Some of the stuff that's not in there, if it's fixable at the show, do it. We will. Mm-hmm. We will right our wrongs when we get there. She has went full bore. I mean, off the rails, crazy over this. Yeah. So I have to show up.
You have to accommodate.
Oh yeah. But yes, that whole team situation, like I'm anxious to do that just to get the experience. I've been wanting to do it forever, so why not?
Yeah.
But the hard work that those boys put in to make a motor swap at the track, that's crazy.
Yes. I was telling you, they broke it down into two features. I mean, when you have Jordan Tobin, Cody Bedsworth, Seth the West Plour,
who is a little batshit crazy himself.
Yeah. It was wow. And if you want to watch it, it sure is on Hard Nosed Derby podcast.
Well, I wasn't going to tell anybody, but I did watch the whole thing. I couldn't stop watching it.
Correct, because you didn't know when.
How big of a pain in the ass was that to video? Because you couldn't.
Hard.
Where were you supposed to hold the phone at?
Yeah, I figured out too late in the show where to go, where I could hold it really right on the one spot, and then I can just zoom in and out.
Yeah.
I didn't figure that out until a compact feature, but
gross.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it was wow. I mean, that's all I could say.
Who won it?
It was Wordenhausen. He won one, and Wood won the other.
Two names that are not unfamiliar to that winner.
No. And then you got Joshua Wood, who turns around. He had a hobo team car. He said, I'm not
doing all this.
No. He's like, and the next thing I know, he pulls out to the stock class. Big car stock class. And sorry, Drewby, but shoved his ass right over the dirt. Fast.
You got to watch out for them compacts. And I have said this and argued with Cody Meyer. I do not like seeing them in stock class if I'm running.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Because I'd have never imagined that he could get, that much weight difference.
Yes, you have to watch. Like, you have to watch other cars in the stock class. But if there's a compact out there,
he could eat your lunch
real quick.
Yep. Yeah, he got
You
third.
know, maybe that's what grew my hatred.
Blaine Bank don't care to
Oh
do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and what was cool is, would grab third, Rick Wordenhausen. Back in the saddle, throwed out the dub, like he never missed a beat.
You see that with them old OGs?
Yes. Compacts. Tyler Pickens second. Should have won it. Got hung up in the wrong place at the wrong time. One of the Piter boys ended up pulling the win off. Street stocks. Wow.
Can we talk about Drew Eubanks for a second, though?
I wasn't going to bring it up, dude. This is the first time I've ever seen a torque converter laying on the dirt.
Does he know that the transmission's not supposed to be in the trunk of the car?
Oh, yeah, because once Drew got off the wall in that stock class, Mr. Joe Martin got him off the wall. Drew was ready to turn it all the way up, and he come down towards the end right in front of me and made one hit, and sparks and shit flew everywhere. And there he sat. Well, there was people with better angles to take pictures.
Maybe Avery?
Yeah, like I said, I've never seen a converter just laying out in the track. Ever. Until then. I was like, wow. That broke all sorts of shit, and it did.
Yeah.
It broke front, middle, and back.
Yeah.
Locked rear end up again. Broke it. Drive shaft. Transmission.
It'll do that.
It messed some shit up.
Oh, Drew, you'll have that.
Yeah, that's right. Because Drew didn't have any good luck at Bowling Green either.
No.
Broke rear end out of it, pinion, brain gear and pinion, and he thought it was transmission. He thought, well, easy fix, and he broke everything that he done fixed. Sorry, Drew. I'm not laughing at you, bro.
I am a little bit because you'd be laughing at me. All right, let's talk about the street stocks.
Street stocks. Zach Wordenhausen, Alan Brown, Cody Brown, Avery Hunault, C.J. Barnes, Denton Bixel. There was 9. Couple Cornwell boys from Lower Red, Illinois.
Looked like one ingredient to that whole combination was missing.
Yep. I think one main ingredient in that whole situation was missing. Them boys, a lot of times you'll see buddies run against buddies. And
They didn't care.
it's boring.
That wasn't.
Oh, no. They didn't give 2 shits. Oh, Grant. Boy.
Yeah.
Grant got some of that suspension delete kit pretty quick. That was, which, I mean, there's Snapchats, there's TikToks, it's cool to hear 9,000 RPM. The entire Derby.
Oh, yeah. Watching them sling them new styles around. I love watching that shit. I mean, I understand that a lot of times it's pointless.
Yeah.
But one of the cooler shots of the night that I watched was Cody Brown come down there slinging around. Mm-hmm. CJ right behind him. Mm-hmm. CJ actually slung his around so hard that whenever he was facing back and forward, he was still moving backward.
Yeah.
And then Cody comes over and, I mean, dog walks Wordenhauser, and that suicide still didn't move.
Nope. No.
That thing's been to more derbies than me and you.
It has. It has.
Because I know where that car come from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Alan Brown pulled the win off. He tried to knock Wordenhausen's roof sign off. Denton pulled out a second. Avery Hunault third. Cody Brown fourth. CJ had some misfortune of MSD box. He got that issue solved as soon as the Derby was over and drove it off the track. I'm real pissed. Zach Wordenhausen, I'm going to give it up to you, Mr. Zach, because you took a beating. Gashed his nose on the steering wheel.
Kept going.
Face full of blood. Didn't quit until it caught fire and all sorts of shit. But, yeah, it's pretty bad when I'm standing there. Paul Smith come up to me and he said that one surprised me because how buddies ran against each other.
Yeah.
I said there was nothing boring about it. They weren't love tapping. They were full on half tracking each other. Hell, Avery damn near flipped Denton twice with a scoop. I mean, he almost flipped Cody, and Avery and I talked. There was no intention to try to flip anybody.
No, just using the back end like it's supposed to be used.
He oh shit, and pull forward. If he would just went, what? Bloop. But nobody wanted to do that. That's that mutual respect of friends.
Yes.
But they tore some shit up, and up. So I watched that show, and then there's a little show out to Utah.
Oh yeah,
the Derailer.
Yes, sir.
Great show to watch. You can get right on YouTube, Stern Dirt Racing channel, and watch the same thing I watched. Payouts as normal,
Ignorant.
8,000, 4,000,
Yes.
2,000, all that. One of the nastier truck heats I've seen.
I want to go to the Golden Spike.
Yeah. Yes.
I've heard so much talk about that place, and everybody says that the video of it doesn't do justice. Well, if it's better than it is on video,
Yeah.
standing in that place and feeling that energy. Because did you look at the crowd whenever they'd pan up?
Oh, yeah.
Ignorant.
Yes.
It is crazy.
Yes.
Because they show up and show out the fans.
Yes. Yeah. They're like their truck class. They let you run SUVs too, the Durangos and shit. And I've never saw a truck flipped so fast.
Hard.
From one shot from a Durango.
So hard.
Yeah, not like slow.
No,
nice
it was like he
easy.
picked it up and threw it over.
It was bad because as I was watching it, I had to rewind it and video it.
Yeah.
But them dudes, I mean, that's just that Utah thing.
Dude, I love how they post their results, like how they do it. Because Heat 1, they show the advancing winners.
Go ahead and announce those first two.
No. Cade
Adaki and CJ Zacharias. CJ.
Okay, go ahead and tell me
from
the last
Minnesota.
one. Go ahead and tell me the third place there.
Oh, Will and Ulan? Yeah. CJ is on a demo team with Shea Bob from Minnesota.
There's a little bit of driving distance between.
Shit. Then Heat 2, you had Vinny Noriega and Thomas Heikes, Zeb Hansen, and DJ Cameron.
I'm assuming one of those was probably a Mad Dog.
Yes.
Because I didn't get to watch the show. I just got to watch bits and pieces.
Yep.
Because my kids kept telling me to turn that off whenever I was on vacation trying to watch this.
Heat 3, Rod Johnson, Edwin Hanford, and Easton Burdine. Those were your three advancing. And then here's the B main. First, second, and third
2 G's.
paid the same, $2,000. Shavis Young, Zane Stevenson, and Tyson Daly, first, second, and third. And then Tyson Daly with the Mad Dog. And all three of those advanced to the main.
Uh-huh.
Then your main. Whew. Whew. Qualifying cars receive $500 just
To go to the main event.
to qualify to the A main. Mr. Zeb Hansen pulled the win out.
We've heard that name.
Yep. He was, I think, in more of a familiar build. I think it was a Suey that maybe was an old iron wire car,
Yep.
and then he built up, to their light weld.
Which their light weld, like we've talked, is our street stock.
Yes. Yep. Nothing stupid.
But
You get a little play room up front.
Whenever you throw those Sueys in that class, the 70s, the early 70s Cadillacs, like they're
Early 70s Fords.
It's a game changer because you're allowed so much up front.
Yep. Zeb pulled the win out. Easton Burdine, second. Will Ulan, third.
And DJ Cameron.
Yep.
Mad Dog.
That was woof.
It's a show to watch for sure because, like, now that tomorrow's my last day at my current employer. Told you I was going to fix that.
He's going to make it a little bit harder on me.
Until the winter comes. Then I'll make it easy on you.
Oh, yeah, when there's no shows going on. Dick.
I'll get a time to watch all these. That's fine.
But that truck heat, dude.
What do you mean there's no shows going on in the wintertime? October is literally...
That's not wintertime, bro. You won't be laid off.
I can be.
You're just going to quit.
Permanently. If these people would start listening to this a little more.
No shit.
I'm just joking. You all keep doing what you're doing.
Winner, Jeremy Walsh. C.G. Lee, second. Steve Lamb, third. Nathan Anderson, fourth. Steve Lamb, Mad Dog. In a Dakota, that was wow. They did say that Dakota has been around for several years. He only runs it maybe once or twice a year. It's not like he's just going 7-8 shows a year. I don't think he has the availability to run it again. It did some bending. Ooh, buddy. It did some bending. The mini cars, dude, those things are Cash Larson, Spaz.
Those dudes do not care out there. Like if every mini car heat was like what they are in Utah, I'd watch it. Because they go out there with one purpose and one purpose alone. Mm-hmm. It's almost like watching Jeremy Petty.
Yeah.
Like, did you check out his
just
Facebook post?
Wide open.
He does not care. Mm-mm. He does not give one shit about winning.
Nope. He wants to junk some shit.
Oh, bad. Bad. He's like, yeah, car quit, and then I got it started again. Then I made sure it quit.
Yeah, because he was trying to lay shots down with no bumper on that bitch.
He didn't care.
Nope, didn't.
He said he had one goal, and it looked like he got it accomplished.
He did. He did.
He junked everything he took to the show.
Yep. Yeah, broken transmissions and Fords and shit. It was bad.
He cracks me up because, and then next week he'll be like, he'll say to me like, pull another one in.
Yeah.
You got to do the same thing to this one.
I'm going to send that bitch from here to there and kill anything in the middle.
Yes.
Yep. We got to see Spaz, Cash Larson.
Yeah.
At Salt Lake City last year. Drives insane, don't care, wide open,
dumb,
stupid. He pulled off a $2,000 check. Will Larson got second, Nathan Anderson third, Nathan Chappell fourth.
Will
with the
Larson
mad
the
dog,
dog.
of Will Larson. Yes, sir. So that right there, he took home $1,500.
And they had a couple of scary calls there. That
That wagon.
Yeah.
That we've always said we never want to see anything hurt, and they kind of thought it was from the impact, but you can actually go back and watch the video. It caught fire 10 foot from impact.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing fuel line rupture. I think that's what it was on. Maybe the firewall. It kind of started to move, do some stuff, and I think it pinched a line. That's one thing I wanted to kind of touch on. That's a couple this year.
Yeah.
That had been burnt pretty bad.
Brad Bowman.
Oh, yes. Yeah. John.
Yeah.
Mavis. The guy out to Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was some talk, and there's Domination Motorsports. I'm just going to bring it up. Candace and her crew, to run their show, you now have to have an approved fire jacket.
Yes.
Will Steinbeck was doing the live with Gumby at the derailleur, and Will did bring it up. A lot of people say, well, a fire jacket ought to be mandatory. But if you don't know what you're doing on the washing and care of a fire jacket, it's not going to do shit for you. So on the safety aspect, where do you want to draw a line? It's not like we're wanting 5-layer fire suits.
No, and I mean, in all honesty, just as well as I do, it would be badass if all the cars had the in-car
fire suppression system.
Yeah, but you can't do that. I mean, that is unrealistic.
It's $1,500.
Yeah, that would be badass
in every car.
Honestly, the best thing that you could do, in my opinion, would be to check your fuel lines before every show. I'm a stickler on that anyway, big time. Like, you will never go look in my car and be like, oh, hey, that could get pinched. Mm-mm. It's going to be a freak deal if I have a fuel line pinched. I always leave plenty of room for stretch. If something moves or whatever, it's not going to get pulled off the fuel pump. I always cover my fuel pump so that it's going to push fuel down. I don't ever want it spraying toward me. And those are just little baby steps that anybody and everybody that's putting a car together should take. You're talking 10 minutes. 10 minutes worth of work. Check your fuel line system out. Or check the way you're doing it. Always get them as far away from you as possible.
Yes.
If there is going to be, if you think that there is a possibility of something happening, which there's a possibility in any car that you get in.
Oh, yeah.
Take all precautionary measures that you can. Like, whenever I run my padding or whatever, on a center bar so I don't beat my elbow completely off my arm, I always make sure my fuel line's wrapped in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it does come loose, it might soak that foam or whatever I'm using to wrap that center bar, but that's not me.
Yes.
I don't care about any of them parts. Burn all the parts up.
Yep.
I try to make sure that my driver's compartment is as safe as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that honestly goes for anything. Sharp edges under steering columns and stuff. Dude, I have looked in people's cars whenever we were putting on shows and teching cars, and I'm like, dude, you're going to cut your leg off.
Yeah. Yeah. And John being, what happened to him.
There's no stopping that.
He has actually made a sleeve.
For the radiator hose?
Yes, sir.
Kevlar?
So I don't know, but I know it is a sleeve that is very protective. You can get just a sleeve, or you can get the sleeve and the hose from NLR. I guess you just tell him what size hose you got, and he can get you hooked up to try to help that. What I think it's probably going to do, it's probably not going to be cut proof, but should be stiff enough where it can't flop after the cut.
Right.
And I'd say that's, when you got 300-degree water, it can make rubber do some weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the times you'll see that big flop. It won't do it instantly, but I'd say once it kind of flips it over, then it does some whatever it wants to do. But, man, we want to see cars bend. We want to see cars break. We want to see people full track each other. That is awesome. But we want to damn sure make sure everybody can go to work on Monday.
Yes. And get home to them babies.
Yep.
Dude, there's so many people. Everybody's got kids. Because
that old boy in Utah, Justin Broadhead, got there so fast.
Oh, yeah.
The skin was already hanging off the dude's arm.
Uh-huh.
And I'm talking instantaneous.
Dude, we seen it.
Yes.
At one of our shows.
Yes. Yeah, it's bleh. It's no bueno. So
that smell is nothing like anything you've ever smelled in your life.
Yeah, you think singeing your arm hair stinks. So, guys, make sure, please.
Just check your stuff, man. Just check it.
Yes.
I can't preach that enough.
We want to talk about the good that you did in the car. We don't want to talk about you not going to work for 6 months.
I hate it.
Having skin grafts and all that nasty grossness. We don't want to talk about that. So, again, Utah, killer.
They don't disappoint out there.
They never disappoint. They never do. They have Wired Madness.
Yep, that is August 24th.
That's a Saturday. Yep, August 24th, their Wired Madness show. That'll be a few weeks before.
Shut up.
Before we take flight. Well,
don't want to hear it.
The wife and I.
Don't want to hear it.
Take flight.
Don't care.
What are you going to do?
Go to work.
No, you're not. You're going to build a Bristol car.
Yeah, you're right. It has to be done.
We were just talking about that teammate devotion shit.
And I am making the ultimate sacrifice.
He is staying home.
I got to get that car done.
Yes, you do.
Oh, hey, I wanted to give somebody a shout out real quick before we get too deep in this.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Cornwell. The hood of that bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's some old school.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks badass.
Yeah, he sent me a Snapchat as it was in the process of being painted. And
I
was like, holy shit. He's like, man, I hope you guys don't care. Dude, we don't give a shit. Do it up. And that was, if you're not able to get some vinyl, sent to you in time, paint it. Hell with it. Just paint it on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's badass. Like, it's
man, it's still 4 in a row.
I don't care. Don't care.
I think he did the LS Delete kit with it. That's what he said.
But that turn, I mean, I don't know who he had do that, but wow.
I don't know.
Because whoever, like, it's that old school, like, gasser.
Mm-hmm.
The print you would see on the side of it. Yes. The checkered, just that
with the flames.
That old school. It's cool. It's cool for sure. I've had Mr. Chunk and Justin working on something for me. I haven't got to show you that yet. Whenever we get it all finalized, I will be posting that up. They have been working on T&I stuff. And again, You know them boys.
Oh, yeah.
They don't disappoint. Looks like we're doing flames.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And it's cool. It's way cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks badass.
Yeah, that's...
In the words of Justin, that's badass.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, this Saturday, a couple of us will be at Macon.
Yeah. I'm going to try to make it up there.
Macon County, Missouri. Macon
Yep.
County Fairgrounds. MJC promotion. Crash for Cash. It is a UD Gold Rush
Qualifier.
Wheelman Qualifier. Chris and Sam, I believe, will both be there for sure. I know Chris is. I'm not positive on Sam yet.
I just
what are you
heard
drinking,
Chris,
Hook?
Oh, that is
Eyeball?
George Dickel, buddy.
The old Dickel pickle.
Oh yeah, a little whiskey drink.
Dude, we watched Pecatonica, and we saw some local guys.
Yep.
That the cars weren't hurt, just dumb shit happened. You know, ball joint. Well,
Yes.
like Teddy deleted every ball joint. Up, bottom,
Yep.
left,
Yep.
right, center.
Just do a cheat code.
Up, left, right.
Rob, same deal.
Yep, ball joint. Levi Vance in that old iron.
He ended up with some bruises out of that.
He
deal.
did. Stephen Hayhurst.
Yep.
Trey Hammond. These guys, and I'm not sitting here saying on a Thursday that I know all these guys are coming, but I guarantee you there will be some of them.
Yeah.
They want in.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't? Why would you not want to go to the main stage?
Correct.
Anybody that says, "Well, I don't want to go. I'm just going to go run this dirt." Bullshit.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yes. Well, this thing is paying $3,000 to win, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for third, $500 for fourth, $250 for fifth, and a $1,500 Mad Dog. Who are they going to get? Because if you sit here and think about this, guys, you can look back at all the other qualifiers that have been this year. Who are big name drivers that haven't qualified yet? Bob Whitaker hasn't qualified yet. Ralph Lee just hasn't qualified yet.
And these are guys that's got cars.
Rob, Trey, Teddy, those guys haven't qualified yet. So if you're hanging out on Saturday and you ain't got shit to do, go to Macon, boys.
Yep.
They're going to have their hobo class as well. $1,750, $1,500.
Which are crazy payouts for around here for hobo.
Gettin goes $750, $375, $300. A little light there. Compacts $1,500, $1,500. That's roughly $300 to $500 more to win than anybody else
For 6
has
cars.
paid around. Yeah. I think there'll be more than 6. I think. Could be wrong. Because
I hope there's more than 6 because I'll need a little bit of time to go get a drink.
watching California, they had roughly 10, 12, and every one of those cars are good to go.
I was exaggerating. I just don't like them. I like the drivers,
Yes,
most of them.
he's being very generous on most of them. That thing, Macon should be kicking off about 6 o'clock on Saturday.
And just to let y'all know, that's an awesome facility. Like,
oh,
you can see the track from wherever you want to sit.
anywhere.
Yep.
There's bleachers on the grandstand side. There's bleachers on the pit side.
Yep. Standing room on the ends.
Beer shack on both sides. I think they've got a food shack and beer garden on the grounds.
Uh-huh.
$15 to get in to watch the show. Kids 6 to 10 or 10, age 5 and under are free. Pit passes are $30. Pretty basic, pretty common. And then I got suckered into announcing it. So, yeah. Shit.
I told you got to price yourself out of that shit, and I tried to.
I tried.
I know. I tried to price you out of it, too.
Dude was like, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm like, holy shit. Okay. Yep.
Well, that just means that the price went up for everybody else.
No, it's...
hey, man, you're worth what you can get.
I know, but it's hard to price something that high when actually, really, truthfully, I do, for the most part, enjoy it.
Just remember last year's Macon Derby is when you almost knocked the fucker out.
She does have a point. So maybe I'm going to announce something a little bit earlier in the evening. I am just the announcer. Do not take up anything with me.
Right.
Find people in yellow shirts or orange shirts or whatever.
All right. So
but
do
dude,
not wear.
I'm gonna have a hard nosed Derby podcast shirt on. How's that?
I will too.
So I'm gonna guess if you are there, you could probably do some videoing.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to enjoy that shit. So let's jump. Let's jump.
All right.
It's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, baby. Now let's talk about it.
When we had Austin on, they had just launched
the mythical
mythical creatures.
Oh yeah.
Of the
hypothetical
team list and what the drawings could be.
All right.
We talked with Austin that night. You know, you had RPM versus Team Kansas on the pro side, and then you had
because we did the first two heats that they had put out.
Whitaker Salvage against Allen's.
All right, let's talk about Heat 3.
Ooh.
KYP, Kinnaman Demolition.
We know what Jason Kinnaman brings to the table.
Quality.
And
he's got Josh Hutcherson.
Yes. And he's got Eric Jeffers.
And Matthew Kinnaman.
And he's got his brother Matt.
Yep.
We've seen what Eric Jeffers brings to the table because 2 years ago at Blizzard Bash he ran with RDP on the qualifying side in a nasty, nasty wagon.
And the dude can drive.
Oh, yes.
The KYP guys. I don't know a lot of them guys.
Well, that's the deal. You're going to be getting into so many of these deals that there's going to be some people that you don't know and I don't know.
No, because I don't know where it's so hard to pick on these because there are so many. Like, I know we say this all the time, that the lineup's insane. You're not seeing the no-name guys on here.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get it on this list.
Nope.
You're talking about people. Almost every one of these guys have a following.
We might not know that following.
No,
but I promise you,
because I'll go hit them up I'll look them up on Facebook, and you look at it. 3,000 friends on Facebook. Feeds filled with Derby stuff. You know, congratulations on the win. You know, stuff like that.
Yep.
So me not knowing the other side of things, I'd have to go with Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Now the pro light division. No namers, team blackout. Two teams of hammers.
Daniel and Bradley Kish.
We know them. We've watched them.
And we've seen them in light wheel builds, and we've seen them in
stock
builds.
Yes. And then you've got Jason Dials.
Dan Mars.
I mean, Tim Toddy.
You know, we talked the other day, and you were like, well, I know who I'd put my money on. There's enough hypotheticals. I wouldn't want to put money on it. That's kind of what I was meaning, you know, when we were talking about Whitaker Salvage versus the Allens. I couldn't bet that. No, I mean, I could gentleman's bet that.
Yeah, but you can't.
I ain't putting a $100 bill on shit.
You can't comfortably bet that. That is this right here.
No.
If Dan Mars doesn't have anything stupid happen to his car and he goes Dan Mars start to finish, he's unbeatable.
There's a lot of shit broke. If he
Jason Dials wheels a car.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is you don't know what any of them guys are going to be in.
No. Not a clue.
You know, it's not like Whitaker. You know, it's you know, I'd almost put money that Whitaker would be in a wagon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's not those sure bets. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's talk about 5 and 6. If I can find them. Damn, Dustin, quit posting stuff.
I know.
Okay, Heat 4. Triple Threat Demolition Derby. Zach Eaton.
Bubba Eaton. We're talking family.
Adam Eaton. Brian White.
Who I've seen multiple times at Sturgis, Kentucky.
Yes. They don't fuck around.
No, zero, not whatsoever. Zach had a shit luck at King of Ohio.
Yep.
I think he had a trainee delete or something like that and did not bring a spare.
And then you got Chaos in the Valley. And these are guys that I don't know, again, except Eric.
Matthew Kingery. They went to Blizzard Bash 2 years ago. I believe they went in 23 on the qualifying side. And, dude, they got some good builds. They have some real good builds. Especially the Matthew Kingery. And then you've got I believe it's Jonathan Patton.
Yep.
They were super underrated when they went to Bash because unless you were from that West Virginia area, you didn't know them.
Right.
I mean, when you have names such as like, you know, Pete Hansen, you know, everybody and their dog, if you were in Derby related of any sort, you know Pete Hansen. Matthew Kingery, you might have seen him. He might have run a Iron City promotion show somewhere over there and beat the brakes off dudes.
Right.
But it wasn't national level recognition.
Right. So who are you taking on that one?
Oh.
I'm going to have to go with Eaton, dude.
Yeah, I would too.
All right. Pro Division. Have you found these yet? Mm-mm. Get with it. You find it, I'll wait for you. All right. Let's talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah. I can already tell you I'm going with it.
Me too. Yeah. Coke Promotions versus Team Metro.
Yeah, it's Coke.
I'm sorry, Coke Motorsports.
Yeah.
Jason Coke, you know what he's bringing.
Every time.
Yeah, you got 4 Indiana guys.
Yep.
Nathan Beaver, Casey Beeks, and David Merrill versus DJ Adamson, Julian Suter.
Combined feature wins is 560 fucking 5.
89 years of experience combined versus Kirk Horman, Kyle Mason, Julian Suter, and DJ Adamson, who have 20 feature wins combined.
Well, they got one where they all drove out and broke off.
Yeah. And then 37 plus years of experience. Neither of them have won a 10K or bigger
More
show.
Yeah. All right, let's backtrack a little bit. Ruts Demolition Motorsports versus RDP.
Pro Lite.
I told you this one's hard to bet on.
Very. 020, 030, Dalen Cody Brown, Dalton Palmer, and Alan Hassey. Versus Jordan Rutherford, John Rutherford, Seth Rutherford, Scotty Dravenick Jr.
Iceman.
We know what the Rutherfords bring to the table. We really know what John brings to the table.
They all are awesome. And the best sportsmanship I have seen in the game, son.
Mm-hmm.
The complete game changer is the old school on that team.
Yes.
Because John, you can't get in his head.
And he always watches out for his teammates.
Dude, I was talking to him before they pulled on the track at King of Ohio. And I was like, my money's on you, dude. Like, I was like, you and Chad. And he's like, oh, I don't know if I'd do that. And then everybody standing around me were like, John, you don't know.
That's down to earth.
Yeah.
That's what that is. But there's the problem.
And Chad told me I was stupid.
You got another team on the Pro Lite side with 4 hammers.
Yeah.
Hammers.
Which is the only way they can get under John's skin. Mm-hmm. Or the Rutherfords really at all.
Yeah.
Because they're used to the strategical driving and the being able to pick their shot. Mm-hmm. With RDP and what they bring to the table. Because, dude, I watched Dalen at Whiskey City not once, not twice, but 3 times drive through the front end of a car just because he could.
Yep. Same way at Gold Rush.
Yeah.
He took himself out doing that.
Right.
But he junked everything on Chad Weir.
Dude, I was watching it.
Yeah, that's another one, man. I couldn't put my money on it. I really couldn't.
Cody Brown. Mm-hmm. We know how he drives.
He can flip the script, though.
Yes.
He can use his head, calm, cool, chill, just chill
Yep.
way. Dalen can do the same thing.
For a little while.
Yeah, till he gets bored.
He gets bored.
Or pissed.
Yep.
And then it's, okay.
And then the fake taxi comes out.
That's right. Pro Division. Dirty Icons versus Team Octane. Team Octane. Dylan Kunkel, Craig McCracken, Kyle Pudwitter, Denton Bixel. Versus Evan King, David King, Tom Henderson, Matt Gascon Jr. Four guys from New York.
I'm telling you where I put my money. And that's going to be on Octane.
Yep. I would say that.
I don't know if that's a safe bet, but that's where my money would go because I've watched them run I've watched all those guys on the track at one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've watched how they have fought each other. So if they can sync up as a team, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be one worth watching.
Yes. I just don't think there's going to be any shit heats.
No.
No matter how you do it.
And then you've got the ones that they just posted. XP Derby Parts, Team Vortec. Zach Johnson, Troy Johnson, Chris Collins, and Jared Hanley.
Jared Haney can be there at the end. Chris Collins can be there at the end. Troy and Zach Johnson can be there at the end.
565 feature wins.
7 combined
10K
10K wins.
plus. Yikes.
Josh Adams, James Davey, Jacob Cummings, Ben Bowersock, Ohio and Indiana.
Yep. And we know how they build out there. We know how to run out there.
Yes.
But whenever you have a team so well in tune as XP Derby parts, and Zach and Troy have run together how many
All
times?
their lives.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can't. I bet you can't put a number on how many derbies they've been in together.
Can't.
You can't buy that kind of experience.
No, I'm going to say, just throwing this out here, I'm going to say 8 to 10 a year.
That's what I'm saying. You can't buy that kind of in-syncness. You know what I'm saying?
And Chris has gelled so well with them guys over the last, several years. Big show, big stage.
Yes.
I mean, Chris knows what's up.
And then you throw Jared in the mix.
Yeah.
And I
Haney
think he will just slide right into where he's supposed to be at.
Yep.
So my money would be on X.
Oh, yes. How about Derby Builds versus the Click?
Luke Schaffner, Ryan Schaffner, Brody Rumbold, Bryce Laneau.
Yeah.
These are teams that are put together of people that you wouldn't think. You never know where Bryce is going to show up.
No.
Or what he's going to be driving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be GM.
Yeah, but I mean, what he took to Border Wars is not what I figured. But he didn't take a wagon last year either.
Right.
And won it.
Right.
He took a sedan. His old man took the exact sedan. And, whew, Luke and Ryan, if you pay attention to Derby Build's Facebook page or demo page, it shows you what they're taking. I've seen Brody Rumbold's car as well. 4 GM old irons that are clean as shit.
Ooh-wee.
Like driver quality. Brody's car is driver. It's a driver quality GM sedan. Versus Corey Parrish, Zach Sullivan, Curtis Hammond,
Harry Hatton.
I don't
Dude,
think
I'm telling you that one right there, boy.
that one could get turned all the way up.
Because Harry is such a driver under pressure.
Yeah.
The more pressure you put on that dude, the better he drives. I've watched him at Hot Springs, fair shows. The dude, he's calm, cool, and there at the end.
Yes. We were talking about these, Sturgis team show this spring.
Corey Parrish.
Yeah. It was all chill
Until it didn't happen.
until holy shit.
Yeah.
And then Corey wide open somebody, and then his teammate wide. I mean, it was just game on. But here's what I'm going to throw a little curveball into. Did you all notice the J3 of Curtis Hammond Jr.? Curtis was on party mode
Yep.
at Gold Rush last year. He also ran Spring X. And he also ran a few of the fair shows for on the gas promotions and stuff over there with Taylor. And to my knowledge, he's still at Gold Rush this year.
Yeah.
That dude's liable to be in an imp. That dude's liable to be in a GM driver quality wagon.
Yep.
You never know what he's going to be in.
And another thing I will say about that dude is he was there until the end. And I mean, when they were running and when they were working on cars.
Yep.
He would not leave until everything was put back together.
Yeah.
And that's that team player mentality you're looking for
Yes.
on this type of show.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, if all 4 of those dudes can sync up and run good in a team setting, Derby Build's got their hands full.
like Corey, I'm sure. I don't think Harry has ever ran on a team with like Corey Parrish.
No.
They run a lot of the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
They run that Sturgis. They run it 2
yeah.
or 3 times a year, which are, the Terra in Tennessee and everything. They know how each other drives.
Yep.
And I think that is a super plus.
Well, Corey Parrish being the team captain of that, he knew what he was doing whenever he called Harry.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh.
He knew what was there.
Yeah.
I've run against this dude. I know how he builds. I know how he drives. He's got what it takes to be on the main stage.
Yep. Yeah. Man.
Because if you look at the stats, in quotations, they've won shows.
Oh. Yeah. 105 of them to be exact.
Yeah.
And where Luke and, Ryan's team, they've got 42. But here's the kicker. Big stage. What is it? Prime time at prime time?
Uh-huh.
$10,000 plus wins.
Uh-huh.
Schaffners have 7.
Right. But they've run more big shows where that big payout is than what the other ones have. So, I mean, I hope that some of this happens.
Yes. Yes. Like internet breaking type of shit.
Uh-huh.
Their trophies. Dude, excuse my language. It's a fucking sword.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
An etched
sword.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they have to pull it out of a rock.
See, we had that conversation. I thought it was going to be badass to pull it out of like a pointy.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
A concrete pointy.
Yes. But, dude, this, without a doubt, is going to be crazy. And it's just going to keep getting better because there's going to be more shit. Throw it out there a little bit. Give you those teasers. Dude, I'm ready. I know you're not ready. You've got 42 days.
Stop it.
If you pick the right car, you won't have to do a bunch of shit.
I think we all know what's going to happen.
Yuck. But, dudes, you all are absolutely killing it.
Murdering it.
Like 187 all the way down, over 3,600 followers, almost a 37 already.
We love it.
Yes.
About time to give some shit away.
Yup. Maybe when I'm going to get to give a lot of shit away in Utah. I got that look again.
Hope you twist your head.
Shut up, dude. I can't do that because if it twists, it's bad. We're talking fusion and all that.
That's
neat
okay.
shit.
Okay, I'll take that back. I hope you get a Charlie horse every night.
That's possible. That is very, very possible. But, man, just wait till next week, dudes.
Man, I'm ready to bring home that 10 G's from Bristol.
Just wait till next week. We'll be able to cover some Macon stuff because, like I said, we will be there.
Yep.
We'll hit on that Utah stuff. We hope.
And we'll
get that watched.
have a little guest, man.
That's right.
Talk about some demo stuff.
Talk about all the demo stuff. Got any last words?
Nope.
Make junk, boys. Fisher built. Fuel tanks are the next generation of fuel tanks on the demolition derby parts market to date. With stainless steel construction, every tank is internally welded, braced, baffled, and pressure tested, with 2 standard size options available.
Fisher-built tanks have you covered. From your local county fair shows all the way to your national level events, where you need maximum fuel capacity and structural integrity to get you to the end. If you are in need of a next level design tank, or you just need a second fuel tank for your new setup, give Fisher-Built a chance to earn your business. You won't be disappointed.